What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Frank Warren. Frank Warren responds to the reported low pay-per-view buys for Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. And as you guys know, that last week it was claimed that the fight only did around 60,000 pay-per-view buys in the States. And this is what Warren said. He said, "I've seen what's been said. As for the accuracy, I'm not even going to comment on it. All we need to focus on is the big fights is on." Okay. And when asked about the pay-per-views, he said that they've hit the targets expected, but provided no figures. He said it done very well. Everybody's happy. What we set out to do, we've achieved. Okay. Now, let me counterpunch. It didn't do well over here, and you guys know I did a video on that already about the U.S. and how the prices are soaring over here, and people are greedy over here, and networks wanted to make all the money that they can on top of putting on ESPN plus pay-per-view, which a lot of people shouldn't. You know what I mean? For a reason is, if you're paying for a monthly subscription, why are you paying in addition to pay-per-view? You know what I mean? So I can understand people not buying it. Okay. So that $60,000 marker in the United States, I wouldn't debate that at all, because I understand the motive for not wanting it. But, Frank saying, well, hey, it did other numbers worldwide. Well, of course, it wasn't a American fight anyway. So, that's another main point to make. And, it's a lot, it's more boxing circuits and areas than the USA anyway. The only thing I don't like about what Frank said was, yeah, they hit all the targets, but we don't have the numbers. Well, if you don't have the numbers, how do you know you hit the targets? Counterpunch. You don't, like, oh yeah, we hit the numbers, we hit the target, but I don't know what the numbers are. I mean, well, what was the target? Like, what was it? What are you talking about? And see, that makes me not believe Frank. I think the shit did shitty. Because for one, people that bought it, they had problems. You know what I mean? Because in the UK, they had some type of technical issue where it wasn't even coming on. That'll screw anything up. Because at that point, they have to issue refunds for the people that bought that shit. So, yeah, I don't believe Frank at all. I think that fight did horrible for many reasons. Greed, technicalities, and I think he's just trying to do damage control because he knows it already did so bad, and he can't even supply us with that. Listen, at any point, I think that's one of the protocols of any promoter. When they're set out to do a certain number on a network that they're attached to, they're responsible for bringing the numbers to us. The shit he pulled, well, sure, the numbers were done. The numbers were sure. They've met the numbers and requirements. Okay, they met the numbers. Okay, what are the numbers? I don't have that information. Well, what information did you have, Frank? What information did you have at that point if you don't know what number? So how do you know that you made the number that you don't know about? That doesn't even make sense. You don't even give us the standard of what that number was. Well, if we've met all the numbers and the qualifications, well, what was the number? I don't have that information. You see how that makes sense, people? It don't. I think Frank's full of shit on this one. And I think he really doesn't know, and I think he's just playing damage control because based on the size of the U.S. and it's only doing 60,000, I can't imagine it doing whatever it did. I hope I'm wrong. Why? Because, I don't think that'll stop the Saudis from spending money anyway. I think they got money to burn, right? Anyhow, they just want to be the face. They want to be represented as the people that put on the fights. I don't think they're obsessed with like the network issues when the network, and of course, the Zone had it because I watched it on the Zone, people. So they had it on a lot of circuits. So, there's a lot of reasons why it didn't do as good as they thought it was going to do. This wasn't a Queensberry promotional anything, right? This was a Saudi Arabia exclusive, okay? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Frank Warren responding to the low pay-per-view sales between Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!